Welcome everyone to the Leader Factor, version 2.0 of Culture by Design. We wanted to take just a few minutes and reintroduce everyone to the podcast. We've been going for 100 plus episodes, but now we're doing something a little bit new and a little bit better.
Hopefully.
I mean, we've got quite the studio.
Yeah, we do.
This is going to be an interesting one.
It's going to be fun.
So who are we? With me today, I have Dr. Timothy Clark. He's the founder and CEO of Leader Factor. And what you may not know about Tim is that he became an executive very young of the largest integrated steel mill west of the Mississippi. Is that right?
That is true. That's a little known fact.
Little known
Actually,
fact. I wanted to throw that in there because a lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
But you started earning your stripes or
Yeah.
cutting your teeth pretty early.
Well, so I went from the ivory tower to the shop floor.
Yeah, you finished Oxford and then you put
Right.
boots on
Well, I had to,
and a hard hat.
I had chinos and Birkenstocks, and I traded those for metatarsal boots
Yeah,
and a hard hat.
yeah,
So isn't that the path that we should all take?
it is. The steel mill.
That's right.
We're going to tell you how to get there in the Leader Factor. No, but there are so many things that you have learned along that journey, from academia to operations, running two other organizations, and then founding Leader Factor 17 years ago.
Yeah.
And so part of this is to enable a format that we can pull out those principles and make them practical for everyone listening. We've used those principles with our clients for years. We've used them ourselves to grow our own organization. I think that's going to be very valuable for people. So that's Dr. Clark. I'm Junior. I'm coming up on the better part of a decade here as the Chief Operating Officer at Leader Factor.
Yeah.
It's been quite a ride. Thank you. We've learned a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We've done a lot of things well. I've done some stupid things.
We've made some mistakes.
We have. That's another way to put it.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can share a little bit of that with you. Show you the things to do, the things to stay away from, where the quicksand is. And I think that that's a unique perspective that I can bring because I've seen us put these things into practice with our clients over many years and ourselves as we've grown. And I've seen what's worked and what hasn't. So hopefully we can tell you what to do in what order so that you have the best chance of success personally and professionally, and certainly for your organization. You may also know Dr. Clark as the author of The 4 Stages of Psychological Safety. If you've been around or dug in a little bit more, you may have found some of the other books, which are equally good. So I would highly recommend that you check those out. We're going to be drawing on Tim's research, some of the principles from those books as we get into the episodes. And so a lot of the models that we pull from, that we use with our clients, come from a lot of the material that you may not know about. And so part of the format of this podcast is going to be using a whole bunch of new technology in a way that we haven't before to enable a more comprehensive training environment, which I think is going to be really cool. So there's a visual element to this 2.0 that's going to be engaging.
I'd say, Junior, a real practical bias. We're gonna break out some tools, right, so that we can move from concept to practice, from theory to application, because making that journey and crossing that bridge is all important because leadership is an applied discipline. It doesn't help you if you just stay at the conceptual side of things. You got to get all the way over to application, and that's what we're going to do.
Yep. So the title, you've seen the name, The Leader Factor.
Yeah.
Our organization's name is Leader Factor, and over however many years, I'm not sure we've ever explained why.
Yeah.
So tell us why.
Well, it wasn't supposed to be a secret, but I might frame it this way. So just take a look at your life. Think about your friends, your family, your community, your nation, the world. And then let's set aside acts of God, natural disasters for a minute, that category. We'll set that aside. And I want you to look at results. What do you see? Good results, bad results. But there's something in common. If you trace results to their origins, it always takes you back to leaders and leadership. This is the common denominator. And that's why we named the firm The Leader Factor, because it is a factor in every decision and in every outcome. No other applied discipline can make that claim.
It's true. We've thought about that for a long time, and we've yet to see an exception to that rule. So our aspiration is to synthesize all of our research, our client experience, our internal experience, package that up in a way that's practical for you. We're going to squeeze that 17 years of Leader Factor the many more years of total experience into bite-sized pieces that will be actionable, that people can go and put into practice.
That's right.
So that is our aspiration. What's the goal of this show for you as you see it?
Well, I think the really practical goal, Junior, is to help viewers and listeners become personally and professionally more effective as leaders. That's the goal.
Yeah. So our aspiration together with our team here at Leader Factor, the entire production crew, is to create the most effective leadership training on the internet. That is our goal. That is our aspiration. And we are deadly serious about that.
Yeah.
We're going to be putting in the work on our end. So stay tuned for our 102nd episode or our first episode as the Leader Factor.